This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome once again to the Mini Dome on the campus of Shelton High School for girls basketball on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. I'm Debrick Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. Tonight, it's the girls basketball version of the Mason County Cup featuring the Shelton Highclimbers and the North Mason Bulldogs. Shelton comes into tonight's game with a 5-2 record and are coming off last night's 69-42 win at Foss. North Mason is 4-4 on the season and lost last night at Central Kitsap 42-37. The Highclimbers, by the way, beat CK on Friday 69-42. Shelton has a one-game edge in this cross-county rivalry, leading the series 4-3, and the Highclimbers have won the last two games, 57-34 almost a year ago on December 20th, 2016, and 50-33 on December 21st, 2015. The last win for North Mason over Shelton was 52-44 on December 22nd, 2014. Well, the girls from Belfair get back on the winning track and end their losing skid to the Climbers, or will Shelton make it 3 in a row over the girls from Belfair, as well as 3 wins in a row? We're just minutes away from finding out. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we talk with the coaches. It's the girls' basketball version of the Mason County Cup. The North Mason Bulldogs at the Shelton Highclimbers next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
And welcome back to the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. And then the Mini Dome tonight. As I mentioned in the open, it's time to talk to the coaches. First up is North Mason coach James Getty. Coach Getty, nice to meet you. I watched your girls against Cross Point. Tell me a little bit about your team this year.
Young team. We have 1 senior and no juniors, and the rest are sophomores and freshmen. So it's kind of a rebuilding year. Lots of energy. They really work hard, and we're looking forward to the rest of the season.
Anything you have planned for tonight? What do you know about Shelton?
Oh, boy, they're tough. Oh, my gosh, 3A, and they're doing really well in 3A. I know they play against Gig Harbor, my hometown, and they're going to be competitive. We're just going to give it our all. So it should be fun.
Now, last night you played up at CK, Central Kitsap, and you came away with a hard-fought loss, unfortunately.
Oh, my gosh, we worked hard, yeah. 5 points. We were battling back, and girls did great. That game was one of those games. That's why you coach. It was fun. It was just one of those games that you can't get enough of. Even though you lose, you come back as a winner. So that was great.
Is that Central Kitsap North Mason thing kind of becoming a rivalry like this?
I think so, yeah. We'll get them next time we play. That'll be next year. They're 3A, we're 2A, but we'll get them next year.
What about the Shelton game? I mean, the Shelton rivalry.
I don't think it's rivalry. I think it's close. It's across town, but we're just going to have fun. We're going to play hard and be competitive and see how it goes.
Okay, good enough. Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
North Mason coach James Getty here in the Mini Dome. We'll be back with the Shelton coach in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. We'll be back in a moment.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Back at the Mini Dome. And the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show rolls on. It's now time to talk with Shelton coach Aaron Leth. Coach Aaron Leth, let's talk about your last outing, which was last night. First, how was the drive to Foss?
Let's just say I'm glad I was going east and not west because it was backed up for about 10 miles coming west. But no, it was actually good. It was only about an hour drive, and we got there really early, and we actually got to watch a little bit of our C team play over at Wilson, and so that was kind of nice.
Okay, let's talk about your outing against Foss. You controlled that one, I would say.
Yeah, you know, we had a game plan. We wanted to start out quick and get our rebound, our transitions going, and you know, it was 14-2 pretty quick. Really proud of the girls about, you know, sometimes it's tough when you go against teams that maybe aren't quite playing up to your ability. You know, you play down, and we didn't play down. We scored, I think, 23 in the first quarter, slowed down a little bit in the second, and then the third quarter came out and scored 26. So we handled our business, and there was a few things that we need to work on, clean up some rebounds and stuff, but other than that, I was very pleased. And, you know, Timberware had 20 points again. She shot 70% from the three-point line, 5 for 7, and had 5 assists to add to that. Jasmine Griffin, 17 points, 5 assists. You know, Katie Johnson didn't have any points in that game, but she had 6 assists. We had 25 assists as a team, which is huge when you look at scoring 69 points because we were sharing the ball a lot.
Now, let's talk about Jasmine a little bit. It seems to me that she plays better on the road than she does at home. Is that a good assessment?
I haven't really looked at the stat books. She has her, Jazz is a good all-around player, and I haven't really paid attention. And we try not to look at, she got 20 points and she got 2 points, and it's all the little things that they do in the game: assists and rebounds and steals and defense. The defense is huge with us right now. We're trying to really work on our man defense, because we know that once you get further down the road and into playoffs, zones aren't going to cut it. You got teams that shoot too well, and you just can't cover them all at the same time. So, it's kind of a whole team effort. We have different shooters on different nights. Tim's been our really hot shooter as of lately. Our three-point shooting right now, I think we're hovering right around 48% as a team. So we're doing really well shooting the ball, and hopefully we'll keep it up tonight.
Now, before we get on to tonight's game, we haven't talked about it so far this year, but what are your goals for the team this year? Get a little deeper into district?
I think last year I put a little bit too much pressure on our team. I had comments with girls at practice, "Why are you always so mad?" And I said, "I'm not mad, I'm focused." When we started out 6-0 or 7-0, and then we lost to Gig, and it was kind of, we lost the next 4 games. And we didn't really know. We recovered, but not fast enough, and we just couldn't get over those humps in some of those games. And I think this year we kind of went in with a mindset of, we're going to take it one game at a time, one quarter at a time, and we're going to get through this season by that thought process. We're not looking through North Mason to go to Olympic. We're not looking that far down the road. We're looking at first quarter. We have goals set for first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, so on and so forth. They change as our play changes. And, obviously we would all like to see ourselves in the Tacoma Dome first week of March. But there's a whole lot of stuff that has to be done before we get to that point. And I think taking, one game at a time, one practice at a time is kind of the emphasis that we have with our team right now.
All right, now let's talk about North Mason. Seems like they're very young. Seems like they're still rebuilding. I got a chance to watch them about a week ago. Have you seen them?
I haven't had a chance to see them. I know they played CK last night, had a good game with them. I think they lost by 5 to CK. They have a new coach in there, so anytime you bring a new coach in, you have a new program and things change, and, some of the girls are trying to adapt to new, defenses or offenses or schemes. And, one thing we know is we're going to run what we run, and, we can't control what they want to run, but we're going to try to control them in other ways on the floor.
Okay, good enough. Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Shelton coach Aaron Leth here tonight for his team takes on North Mason. Starting lineups and more are coming up. This is the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys travel to North Mason for the basketball version of the Mason County Cup. This matchup is always exciting as bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off in Belfair is at 6. That's boys high school basketball, the Shelton Highclimbers at the North Mason Bulldogs, tomorrow night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. And we're back here at the Mini Dome. Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. Time to give you the starting 5, but first, we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Hold on for the starting 5.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, now let's get on to the starting 5 for each team. We'll start out with the North Mason Lady Bulldogs, coached by first-year coach with the Bulldogs, at least James Getty. Natalie Karstensen, 5'10" sophomore. Amber Johnson, a 5'3" freshman. Haley Simonson, 5'3" senior, the only senior on the team. Sophia Green, a 5'10" freshman, and Kirsten Griffey as 5'6" sophomore. So that's Karstensen, Johnson, Simonson, Green, and Griffey for the Bulldogs. For the Lady Highclimbers, pretty much the same starting lineup as they had on most of the season. Katie Johnson, a 5'3" senior. Timber Ware, a 5'5" junior. Jasmine Griffin, a 5'6" senior. Kylan Powell, a 5'11" junior, and Kayla Garens, a 5'11" senior. So that's Katie Johnson, Ware, Griffin, Powell, and Garens for the Highclimbers. And again, Karstensen, Amber Johnson, Simonson, Green, and Griffey for the Bulldogs. And we will be back with the tip-off in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys travel to North Mason for the basketball version of the Mason County Cup. This matchup is always exciting as bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off in Belfair is at 6. That's boys high school basketball, the Shelton Highclimbers at the North Mason Bulldogs, tomorrow night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
We've got your back.
do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday, you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
And we're about ready for the tip-off here in the mini dome. So you've got the Lady Bulldogs in the dark black uniforms against the Shelton Highclimbers in the white home uniforms. So Jasmine Griffin's going to tip it off for the Highclimbers. Can't quite see who's doing the honors. It would be Karstensen. And quickly, Timber Ware with a 3 in the corner that rattles in, and the Highclimbers strike first. There's Amber Johnson feeding it low, and a turnover by the Bulldogs. And here comes Katie Johnson for Shelton. Jasmine Griffin driving to the hoop, put it up short, got her own rebound, one dribble, right back up, popped out, rebound pulled down by Griffey, and there's going to be a foul. Nope, it's a traveling call on the Bulldogs. So it's baseline inbounds for Shelton, up 3-0 early. Katie Johnson triggering the play, throw it into Timber Ware, back to Johnson in the corner for 3. That's off, rebound, Griffin had it. Knocked out of bounds by Karstensen, but it'll stay with the Highclimbers. Katie Johnson again with the inbounds, this time this side of the basketboard into Garens. Garens had it blocked and recovered by Sophie Green. And then there's going to be a touch foul on Katie Johnson. It's the first whistle of the ball game. So the Lady Bulldogs will keep the ball. Green will get it in to Amber Johnson, and here comes Norris Mason. Amber Johnson over to the far side. Down it goes, turnaround by Griffey off. Rebound tapped up and then tracked down in the corner by Powell. And here comes Kylan the other way. Over to Ware, back to Kylan, Powell, out to Johnson. Johnson for three in the corner, yes! Katie Johnson gives the Highclimbers 6-0 lead early. Comes Simonson. Over it goes to Amber Johnson. She'll pull up and throw a baseline jumper. It goes off. Rebound pulled down by Sophie Green. And she's on the triple penetration there. Over in the corner, Griffey for three. That's short. And rebound goes to Katie Johnson. Looking the floor over, up on the run up. Over goes Timber Ware, open for three. Second three in the ball game for Timber. And a 30-second timeout called early. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys travel to North Mason for the basketball version of the Mason County Cup. This matchup is always exciting as bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off in Belfair is at 6. That's boys high school basketball, the Shelton Highclimbers at the North Mason Bulldogs, tomorrow night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Lady Bulldog ball coming out of the timeout. 6:19 to go first quarter, 9-0. Shelton starting out on a 9-0 run. Comes Simonson. Over to Amber Johnson. Now over to Green. Sophia dribbles to the middle. Hands it off to Simonson. Down it goes to Amber Johnson. Her turnaround move goes in. First basket for North Mason. Highclimbers coming right back. Nice find. Kylan Powell from Jasmine Griffin. Here's Green. She'll stop and pop for three. Takes a hit in the face in the process. And Katie Johnson feeding it up the court. Over to Garens. Out to Kylan Powell to the side of the paint. Big hop to the hoop. Second basket for Kylan. Give her 4 points. And the lead is now 8. Here's Amber Johnson driving, stopping, popping, and blocked out of bounds by Katie Johnson. So Johnson on Johnson tonight. So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Bulldogs. Griffey will bring it in from the left of the backboard. Got to get it in. She'll lob it up top, but it's stolen away by Garens. Garens to Johnson. Katie down to Powell. Powell to the hoop on the reverse layup. 6 points for Kyland. The lead is now 10 for Shelton. Biggest lead of the night so far. Amber Johnson with the ball. Trying to get it in the middle, throws it away. Here comes Jasmine Griffin, lobbing it up to Katie Johnson. But it goes right to Kayla Garens. Ping pongs around. Kylan Powell with the putback. And now Katie Johnson can't get it to fall in. And Katie will turn around and set the offense for Shelton. Over to Jazz. Jazz for three. That's 4 threes in the first quarter for Shelton. And a big lead early, 13 points. Simonson. Over to Sophia Green. Now into the corner. Simonson gets a screen from Green, and it's going to be a foul on Green. First whistle on North Mason. So the Highclimber ball in the backcourt off of what ends up to be their third turnover. North Mason. Comes Katie Johnson for Shelton. leading by 13. Up top, Timber Ware turns, shoots three. It's short. Rebound pulled down by Amber Johnson for North Mason. And here come the Bulldogs. Amber goes center of the court, trying to set the play. To Simonson, over to Green. Green faked outside, goes baseline, puts it up, took a hack, missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Matthews. Out it goes, three on the way by Johnson. Amber Johnson missed it. Here come the Highclimbers, Jasmine Griffin. Leaves in the middle, threw it right into Karstensen. She get it up to Green. Green almost lost the ball to Timber Ware. It'll be baseline inbounds for North Mason. Matthews will trigger the play. Throw it into Amber Johnson. Amber almost lost the handle. Go to Simonson. Simonson double teamed on the side. Throw in the middle, deflected, stolen away. Timber Ware with the ball now. To Katie Johnson. Down to the baseline. That's Jasmine Griffin over to Ware. Ware's open for three at the top. Comes up short. Kaylee Garens with the rebound and the putback and the foul, her first basket. That'll be the first personal on Natalie Matthews, her second team foul on North Mason. And Kayla Garens at the line for possible three-point play. Yep. It's 21-5. Biggest lead of the night for Shelton. 3 minutes to go in the half, or in the first quarter, excuse me. Green over to Simonson. Simonson drives baseline, pulls up, and threw it to Green. Green, nice step around, puts it up. Oh, it drops in. Timber Ware with it, side of the paint. Out it goes to Johnson. Katie over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin for three, getting it on 3-point barrage. No, Timber Ware with the rebound. Nice extra pass to Garens. She'll put it up and in. Amber Johnson for North Mason. To the foul line, stops. Had the ball stolen away by Garens. Garens to Katie Johnson. Katie on the run the other way. Gonna go right to the hoop. And we have a foul on the floor. That'll be 3 team fouls on North Mason. And it goes on Haley Simonson. Substitutions. Lexi Moon will step on for the first time for Shelton, and Jordan Peterson is on the court for the Highclimbers as well. Natalie Young will step on for the Bulldogs. So it's Shelton ball. Moon will get it in to Powell. And there's Peterson. Her pass to the baseline is deflected out of bounds. Stays with the Highclimbers. 2:04 to go in the first quarter. 26 on the shot clock. Peterson triggered the play from the baseline. Gets it into Powell. Powell to Ware. Ware over to Peterson. Try to get a feed down to Moon. Then finally does off the deflection. Out it goes to Ware. Up top to Powell. Powell for three. Short. Rebound tapped and then controlled by Green for North Mason. Goes to Simonson. Over goes to Johnson. Johnson to Young. Young to the foul line. To Green. Green, nice backdoor hit to Simonson. Can't finish. Rebound goes to Powell. Here comes Kylan the other way. Leaves it for Griffin. Griffin puts it up short. Moon with the rebound and the putback. No. Green for North Mason pulls it down, and she's going to be fouled by Jazz with her second team foul on Shelton. 23-7 is our score. 1:23 to go first quarter. Highclimbers started with a 9-0 run. And this is the biggest lead of the night that they have had twice. Kirsten Griffey will step back onto the court for North Mason as the Bulldogs have the ball, bringing it up. Amber Johnson. through to the baseline, nobody there. Have 5 turnovers on the Bulldogs. Peterson will bring up the ball. Over to Powell, to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin to the hoop, missed the shot. Rebound Young for North Mason, and then a quick foul on the Highclimbers. Taya Gooley will step on and replace Jazz, who picked up her second personal. Amber Johnson bringing the ball up for North Mason. Near side on the dribble. Turned around by Peterson to Matthews. Matthews for 3. No. Rebound Griffin. Or Griffey, excuse me. There's Green with it at the top. High post feed to Matthews. Matthews turn around, jumper side of the paint. Missed it. Young with the rebound. Her putback falls off. Moon had it, and then Timber Ware comes away with it for Shelton. Gets it up to Gooley. Gooley back to Ware. Ware over to Peterson. Peterson, nice extra pass in the middle to Lexi Moon, who put it up and in. Her first basket of the night. 19 seconds counting in the first quarter. Excuse me. 25-7 is the score. Amber Johnson with it for North Mason. Got the ball off the deflection, goes right to the hoop, puts it up and in. Second basket for Amber. Gooley will launch one at midcourt. Ooh, hit the front of the rim, but the Highclimbers head to the, they break between quarters with a 25-9 lead. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
North Mason will start out with the ball. Start the second quarter. And with it is Amber Johnson with a nice little move. Draw a foul on the Highclimbers. The Highclimber lineups: Gooley, Peterson, Moon, Ware, and Deshea Littleson checked in at the timeout between quarters. Jordan Peterson picked up the her first personal fourth team foul. And Amber Johnson's at the free throw line for 2 free throws. She got the first one. She'll get another one. Short. Rebound goes to Jordan Peterson. Timber high off the glass. It goes in. Over 8 points tonight. Amber Johnson near side to Carsonson. Up to Griffey, who ends up not quite setting her feet right. 6th turnover on North Mason. Gooley will bring the ball across the timeline. Over goes to Peterson. Jordan lobs it to Timber Ware. Down to the baseline, Gooley shoots for 3. It's in. Taya's first basket. Sorry, she was off the camera there. Here comes Amber Johnson. Over to Matthews. Matthews fakes the 3, drives, kick it out to Griffey in the corner. No go. And over the top's going to be Young. Be her first personal, 4th team foul on North Mason. 20-point lead for the Highclimbers. Shelton has the ball. Taya Gooley will bring the ball up slowly. Pick up a little speed over to Timber Ware. Ware back to Gooley. Near steal by Johnson. Track down by Ware. To Gooley over to Ware. Ware drives. Finds Moon. Moon off the glass and in. 4 points for Lexi. And a near steal by Peterson on the inbounds, but Johnson will track it down. And here come the Lady Bulldogs. Amber to the foul line. Turns around. Throws it over to Young on the baseline. Almost had her pocket picked, deflects and comes to Jordan Peterson, and there comes Taya Gooley. Over to Ware way outside for three. Third to three in the ball game, 11 points. And leads 35-10. Amber Johnson for North Mason, hooks it down to the baseline. Griffey can't put it in. Moon with a rebound. Pops free. Matthews puts it up. Draw the foul on Shelton. That'll go on Timber Ware for first. 5-team fouls on Shelton at the free throw line. Natalie Matthews. First of two. Got the first one. She'll get another one. See, Grace Abad will step on for North Mason, and Haley Simonson is back in. As Matthews has another free throw. Missed it. Rebound. Karstensen throws it to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Peterson. Nice backdoor cut, but the pass goes off. Lexi Moon comes away with the ball. And here comes Gooley. Taya Gooley to the foul line. Turns around, finds Deshea Littleson. Thought about a three for a second. Near side now to Peterson. Peterson puts it on the fly, hooks it, then out it goes to Ware. Yep, and we have 3 seconds in the key on the Highclimbers. Only 2 turnovers on Shelton. Actually, I think that's 3 turnovers on Shelton. And here comes Simonson for North Mason. Gets a screen from Johnson. Johnson with the ball to the foul line. Out it goes Matthews. Matthews long two. No. Rebound Abad. Over goes to Matthews. Now to Johnson setting the play. Top of the key. Bulldogs want to run the play here. Simonson hooks up top to Matthews. Matthews over to Johnson. Amber back to Karstensen. Her fadeaway goes in. Approaching 4.5 minutes to go in the half. 35-13 is the score. Shelton with the ball and the lead. Littleson and Peterson tapped out to Littleson. Littleson long two. That's off. Rebound. Tapped to the baseline and out of bounds by the Bulldogs. It'll be a Highclimber ball. Reset of the shot clock. Referee's trying to wait for that shot clock to reset. Ray Wall finally gets it. Okay, so Peterson will inbounds it to Littleson. Littleson fighting with Matthews under the bucket. Can't put it in. Rebound pulled down by Abad. Abad's outlet is deflected right back to her, but she'll bring it up. Abad jumper inside the arc. No. Matthews with the rebound and a putback. Natalie with 3 points. And the lead's now 20. It's been as many as 25 for Shelton. Gooley near side to Peterson. Peterson back to Gooley up top. Over to Ware. Timber holds the ball over her head. Lob it over to Peterson. Peterson to Moon. Out to Gooley. Gooley a dribble over to Ware. Ware will take the three. That's short. Littleson, nice spin move to the hoop. Oh boy, the Shea, I like that form. Here comes Simonson for North Mason. Between the circles on this dribble, trying to get by the defense of Gooley. to Johnson. Amber to the three-point arc, to the foul line. Stops, pops. Dropped off, rebound tracked down by Littleson. Littleson looks the court over and then gets it to Gooley. Here come the Highclimbers. To Ware, over to Littleson, down to Moon. Moon, one dribble to the hoop. Put it up, missed the shot, but drew the foul. The 5 team fouls on North Mason. And the personal foul will go on Natalie Karstensen, her first. Lexi Moon at the free throw line for Shelton. A couple of free throws. Trying to extend the Highclimber lead. This first one will get another one coming up. Sophia Green will step back onto the court for North Mason. And Natalie Karstensen will sit down. And it looks like Kirsten Griffey is returning for the Bulldogs as well. Moon with her second free throw. Under 3 minutes to go here in the half. Rebound off the miss goes to Green. Green will speed to the hoop, trying to go coast to coast. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Matthews, her putback comes up well underneath the hoop, and a foul is drawn on the Highclimbers. Lexi Moon picked up her first personal. 16 fouls on Shelton and Sophia Green at the free throw line for the first of 2. I'm sorry, that's Matthews, excuse me. Missed the first one. She's 1 for 3. She's got another one. Just 3 points so far tonight. Second one rolled in. Oh, a near bad pass on the inbounds. Cooley had to track it down. Nobody there for North Mason to bother it. There's Littleson to Gooley. Near side to Ware. Timber back to Gooley. Top of the key. Over to Timber. Ware fakes the 3, drives baseline. Little runner on the baseline. Popped out. Got her own rebound. One dribble in the crowd. Get over to Peterson. Peterson to the hoop with a scoop shot. Missed it. Rebound. Matthews had it. Lost it. And it's a fight for it on the into the far corner. And it looks like it'll go off of Jordan Peterson. Comes Simonson for North Mason. Stops, pops for 3. It's short. Rebound Griffey with the putback. No. And then Matthews will put it back in. 6 points for Natalie. And the lead is back to 20 for Shelton. Gooley over to Ware, back to Gooley. Over to Peterson, opposite side. Peterson will dribble to the top, hook it to Deshae Littleson. Eyes the hoop for 3. Off the back of the iron, rebound goes to Matthews. Matthews speeds up the far sideline. Over to Green. Green at the top of the key. Back and forth on the dribble, steps back, takes a 3. No, rebound goes to Gooley. Taya brings it out of the pack. A couple of Highclimbers ready to check in at the next dead ball for sure. Littleson on the baseline to Moon. Moon fadeaway hook, thumbs up short. Rebound goes to Green. Green down to the baseline to Simonson, off her hands, out of bounds. 7 turnovers on North Mason. So Powell, Griffin, and Garens will step on for Shelton, where Littleson and it's like Lexi Moon wants to sit down. So Taya Gooley will bring the ball across midcourt, set the offense for Shelton. Over to Griffin. Griffin side of the paint to Garens. Garens extra pass to Powell. Powell in a pinch there. Try to force one up. Try to get it pinch to keep possession somehow on the far sidelines, but the referee on this near side is going to go over and discuss things with one of his compatriots in the stripes. 53.8 seconds to go here in the half, 38-18. I'm not sure what that... Oh, they want to put 24 on the shot clock. So it's Peterson inbounds it to Gooley over to Griffin, back to Gooley, and over to Peterson. Peterson hooks it down to the baseline, and Garen's pass in the middle is deflected. Gooley comes away with it. Peterson for three on the opposite side. That's in and out. Garen's with the rebound. Just going to put it on the floor, go right back to the hoop. Can't miss the shot. Powell with the rebound. And that one popped out. There's going to be a foul underneath on a high climber. It'll be 17 fouls, so walk to the south end of the mini dome and shoot a 1-and-1 for North Mason. Garen's will pick up her first. At the free throw line for North Mason will be Natalie Matthews. And Natalie is 2 for 4 at the free throw line at 6 points. Missed the first one. Rebound, Green had it. Lost to Powell. Powell up the far sidelines for Shelton. Going to go to the three-point arc to the foul line, into the paint with a big hop step, but they can get her with a travel. 26.6 seconds to go here in the half. Simonson will bring it across. Over to Abad. Abad throws in the corner to Griffey. Griffey lost the ball. Peterson with the steal. She lost it right back, and then there's a fight for it. And Peterson comes away with it. Up to Gooley. Gooley to Powell. Powell stops. Nice spin fake. Put up a fadeaway in the middle of the paint. Give Kylan 8 points, and really head to halftime with Shelton up 40-18. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys travel to North Mason for the basketball version of the Mason County Cup. This matchup is always exciting as bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off in Belfair is at 6. That's boys high school basketball, the Shelton Highclimbers at the North Mason Bulldogs, tomorrow night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower-moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
Back at the mini dome. Halftime score: Shelton 40, North Mason 18. The High Climbers jumped out to a 9-0 lead early. That lead increased to 18 in the first quarter, and they bumped that up to 25 in the second. Did it behind the 11 points from Timber Ware. She has 3 threes in the half. Let's see here. Kylan Powell has 8 points. Bulk of that in the first quarter. 5 each for Kayla Garens and Lexi Moon. A 3 for Jasmine Griffin, a 3 for Katie Johnson, and a basket for Deshea Littleson. For the Lady Bulldogs, they are being led by Natalie Matthews. 6 points, all in the second quarter. They got 5 from Sophia Green and 5 for Amber Johnson. A basket for Natalie Karstensen. So that pretty much does it there. Turnovers. I have 7 on North Mason and 4 on Shelton. Although the timing of those turnovers, not the greatest especially for North Mason, as they have fallen behind by as many as 25. So that's where we sit at halftime. No halftime entertainment as the school is out for both the schools, I believe. Shelton is out of school. And, well, for winter break, we'll take another timeout. And we'll be back with more of the Maple Glen halftime show in a moment on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Back at the Mini Dome. Halftime score 40-18. Shelton Highclimbers leading the North Mason Bulldogs here in Shelton tonight. I've done it behind the 11 points from Timber Ware. Let's see here. Next up for the Shelton girls, they host Olympic on December 28th. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, will be broadcasting that non-league game. North Mason also plays on the 28th. The Lady Bulldogs travel to Aberdeen. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night as the Shelton boys travel to North Mason to face the Bulldogs. Tip-off tomorrow is 6 o'clock. That's an hour earlier than usual in Belfair tomorrow night. Be sure to join us there. A couple minutes away from the start of the third quarter. It's been all Shelton tonight as they've led by as many as 25. When it started the game with a 9-0 run, pretty much haven't turned back. We will take another timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter in a moment. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe, you found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys travel to North Mason for the basketball version of the Mason County Cup. This matchup is always exciting as bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off in Belfair is at 6. That's boys high school basketball, the Shelton Highclimbers at the North Mason Bulldogs, tomorrow night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. It'll be Highclimber ball to start the third quarter. And, oops, sorry, play's underway as Jasmine Griffin gets it over to Johnson, over to Ware. Johnson for 3 at the top. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Karstensen. And here comes Sophia Green. Out it goes. Simonson for 3 on the other end. No. Ware with the rebound. One hands it up to Griffin. Jasmine to the hoop. Drew the foul. On North Mason. 2 shots coming for Griffin. She has 3 points. Natalie Karstensen picked up her 2nd personal. Jasmine with the first free throw. Gets it.
Jasmine Griffin is good. First team foul.
Second free throw for Griffin goes in. 5 points for Jazz. Comes Amber Johnson for North Mason. Pass deflected, stolen away by Katie Johnson, and then tied up. So that actually will not be a steal. That will stay with North Mason here, the north end of the court. The baseline inbounds to the left of the backboard. Griffey will trigger the play. So it's Griffey, Karstensen, Johnson, Green, and Simonson for North Mason. For Shelton, it's Ware, Garens, Katie Johnson, Kylan Powell, and Jasmine Griffin. So Griffey will bring it in from the baseline. Got it into Green, but it's deflected, stolen away. Here comes Griffin. Nice extra pass to Katie Johnson, puts it up and in. Nope, they're going to say that she traveled. So Simonson will bring it up for the Lady Bulldogs. Over to Griffey. Griffey into the paint. Puts it up a little too hard. Got her own rebound. Fadeaway is partially blocked, but they're going to get Kayla Garens with their 2nd personal. That's a team foul on each. So Kirsten Griffey at the free throw line. She's yet to score. It's her first trip. It's the first one. She'll get another one. Second one is short. Powell with the rebound. Up it goes to Katie Johnson. Katie finds Powell. Powell fakes the 3. Try to lay it down to the baseline, and Griffin's kicked. It'll be baseline inbounds for Shelton. To the right of the backboard, Katie Johnson will trigger the play. Lob it in the middle to Garens. Garens up, missed this shot, but drew the foul. Kirsten Griffey picked up her first, so Kayla will go to the free throw line. She has 5 points tonight. This is her second trip to the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 now. Natalie Matthews was up off the Bulldog bench to go get Natalie Karstensen. So that's Green, Matthews, Griffey, Johnson, and Simonson on the court for North Mason. Shelton's Kayla Garen's missed the second free throw. The putback was by Powell. It comes up short. Matthews will pull down that rebound, and the ball's still free, but Amber Johnson will get it, lob it up to Simonson. Back to Matthews, out to Simonson. Simonson over to Green. Yeah, that's Green. Green will step back for 3. Missed the shot, rebound Griffin for Shelton, and here comes Jazz quickly up to Powell. Powell to the baseline to the trailer. Ware for 3. Short. Rebound pulled away by who? As they fight to it to the floor. They're going to get a travel on Matthews, I believe. So it'll stay with the Highclimbers. 6:21 to go here in the third quarter. 42-18 is our score. Lobbing to Ware over to Johnson. And then we have a offensive foul on Kayla Garen's, I believe. Yep, so third personal. Second team foul here in the half for Shelton. So Simonson will bring the ball across the timeline, or shy of the timeline, throw it over to Amber Johnson. To Green. Green hooks it in the middle. Griffey with the little shot there. It's her first basket of the night. Katie Johnson up to Timber Ware. Ware tried to throw it to a trailer, but Jasmine Griffin had to go get it. Nice find by Garens. Puts it up short. Powell with the save in the inbounds to Johnson. To Griffin. Back to Johnson. Johnson in the corner to Powell. Powell lobs it to the middle. And it's Garens. Garens loses it. But it's quickly out to the top to Griffin for 3. Jasmine Griffin, her second 3 in the ball game. Give her 8 points. Amber Johnson with it far side. Dribbles right to the hoop. Drops it in. Amber with 7 points for North Mason. Ware with the ball. Back to Katie Johnson, over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin for another 3. Yes! 3 threes in the ball game, 2 in the third. 48-22 is the score. Amber Johnson for North Mason. Over to Matthews. Matthews. Simonson to Green. Green fakes the 3, drives baseline. Puts up a runner, falls off. Matthews with the rebound, or putback. Doesn't fall, but she draws another foul. I think it's going to go on Kayla Garens. If so, it's 4 on her. Nope, we're going Timber Ware. That's Timber's second personal. Natalie Matthews at the free throw line. She's 2 for 5, 2 for 6. Grace Abad comes back onto the court for North Mason. As Matthews has another free throw for the Bulldogs. Short. Rebound Green tapped it. But Katie Johnson comes up with it. And here come the Highclimbers. Over to Powell. Powell driving baseline. Pull-up jumper. Nope. Rebound. Matthews had it, but she bounced it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Highclimbers. 4:37 to go here, third quarter. 48-22 is the score. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Katie Johnson will lob in the middle. Actually, it goes to Ware. Over to Griffin. Griffin way outside. Thought about a 3. Finds Garens. Garens trying to get a little touch pass. That's out of the reach of Griffin. 7 turnovers on North Mason. Or, I'm sorry, on Shelton. So Natalie Young will step on for the Bulldogs. Here comes Simonson. Simonson to Green. Oh, Simonson stepped on that sideline right in front of the coach. There'll be 9 turnovers on North Mason by my count. 4:20. Ware to Johnson. Johnson lobs it down to Garen's. Garen's off the glass and in. It's 50 to 22. 4 minutes, approaching 4 minutes to go here in the third. Green with it between the circles. Steps back beyond the three-point arc. Trying to set a play. Looking for Matthews. Thrown away by Griffin. Jasmine is a 2-on-1. Lob it to Powell. Powell back to Griffin. Can't quite handle it. Cairns comes away with it and try to get it to Jazz, and it goes out of bounds. So I have 10 turnovers on North Mason, 8 on Shelton. Amber Johnson returns for North Mason. Let's see, we have Lexi Moon checking in. And for Shelton, and Natalie Karstensen is in there for North Mason. Amber Johnson will bring the ball to the three-point arc, near side. Gets the screen for Karstensen, over to Matthews. Matthews, one dribble. Over it goes to Young, to Abad. Abad for three. Yep. That's Grace's first basket of the ball game. Katie Johnson brings the ball across the timeline over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin driving to the baseline, hooks a pass to Moon, out to Johnson. Johnson for three. Katie with her second three in the ball game. It is 6 points. Comes Amber Johnson the other way for North Mason. Trying to get by Jazz. Threw it right to Katie. Katie pushes it up to Powell. Powell, Kylan to the hoop. Kylan with 10 points. A bat over to Young. Young trying to go one-on-one on Ware. Stops, but picked up her pivot foot. That'll be 11 turnovers on North Mason. Jordan Peterson will replace Timber Ware. 2:39 to go here in the third, 55 to 25. Been all Shelton here tonight. Katie Johnson between the circles. Over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin back to Johnson. Looking for Peterson. Then looking down low. Not much there on this 2-3 zone. Johnson with it. Throws it over to Peterson. Deflected by Young. Goes to Amber Johnson. To Abad. Pull-up jumper. No. Rebound tracked down by Young in the corner. Fakes the shot. Out it goes to Johnson. Johnson for three. No. Young with a rebound. Her put back. Didn't really put much arm in it because she was fouled. 14 fouls on Shelton. Personal foul going. Jordan Peterson picked up her second. At the free throw line for North Mason is Natalie Young. She has yet to score her first trip to the free throw line. Short on the first one. She'll get another one. Young got the second one to fall. Comes Katie Johnson for Shelton to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin hooks a pass to Moon. Moon tried to muscle one up, missed it. Rebound pulled down by Moon and Karstensen. That'll stay with the Highclimbers on alternating possession. Baseline inbounds right at the backboard. Katie Johnson will trigger the play. Inbounds goes to Moon. Moon will get it to Powell, now to Johnson. Katie faked the three, drives the baseline. The pull-up jumper comes up short. Rebound goes to somebody in a dark blue uniform, but there's a foul on Jasmine Griffin, her third. 55 to 26, North Mason trailing with the ball. Amber Johnson, and we'll whistle away from the ball. Grace Abad picked up her first personal, third team foul. And Coach Leth wants to talk things over. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Well, back here at the mini dome, Shelton Highclimbers have the ball coming out of the timeout. 1:44 to go in the third, leading 55-26. Katie Johnson brings the ball up the court over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin driving baseline, hooks it to Moon at the side of the paint. There's a foul on that. 4 team fouls on North Mason. Personal foul will go on. I think Amber Johnson. Nope, it went on to Amber Johnson her first. Katie Johnson inbounds it to Lexi Moon. Throws it back to Katie. Katie into the corner to Griffin. Griffin driving to the hoop, puts it off the glass and in. Jazz is just having a quarter here. 31-point lead for Shelton. There's Matthews with a jumper in the paint, comes up short. Young with the rebound. And we have a whistle on somebody. It's a discussion here. So I finish my thought on Jasmine Griffin. She has 10 points in the quarter, 13 for the game. So 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. I don't know what exactly that happened there, but it's Bulldog ball, baseline inbounds. Matthews inbounds to Karstensen. Karstensen one dribble to the shot, missed it. Peterson with the rebound, one hands it up to Katie Johnson. She'll lay it off the glass and in. 8 points for Kate tonight. Here comes Amber Johnson the other way for North Mason to the baseline, and there's a hand check foul on Highclimber. I believe it'll be on Jazz. Yep, it's Jasmine Griffin picking up her 4th personal. My count is right, yep. Sophia Green will step back onto the court for North Mason. No movement on the Highclimber bench. Matthews will trigger the play from the baseline. Inbounds goes to Abad. She can't let it out of bounds. So I have 13 turnovers on the Lady Bulldogs tonight. 51 seconds to go here, third quarter, 59-26. Shelton on top with the ball. There's Jasmine Griffin. Back to Katie Johnson. Gonna lob it down off the glass, and that'll be a recovery by Green, and Moon will come away with it. No, it's Powell will put it up and in. Peterson actually on the assist there in the steal. Abad with it, bounce it down to Young. Young trying to go in the middle, get it ripped away by Jasmine Griffin. Griffin up to Johnson. Katie to the hoop, up and in. 10 points for Katie, and it's 63-26. Amber Johnson down to Matthews off the deflection. Matthews back to Amber. Amber for 3 at the buzzer. Nope. And we head to the fourth quarter with Shelton up 63-26. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
North Mason will start the fourth quarter with the ball. And quickly in they go before the Highclimbers really got out there. And there is Simonson with a miss. Rebound goes to Garens. And the ball goes all the way to Ware. Back to Johnson. Johnson over to Gooley in there. Looking low. Throw it to Johnson. Katie with the ball. Over to Timber. Timber fakes the three. Trying to drive baseline. Lost it out of bounds. Ooh. That'll be ninth turnover on Shelton. So Simonson will bring it up. It's kind of really quiet in here for a moment. Amber Johnson with the far side. To the foul line on the dribble. Goes over to Abad. The battle drive baseline. Bumped and fouled by Deshea Littleson. That'll be Deshea's first personal and seventh team foul on the Highclimbers. So it'll be a 1-and-1 for Abad. Grace has 3 points and be her first trip to the free throw line. 63-26 is our score here. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Grace missed the first free throw, got her own rebound. Her putback, go off the glass, spin all the way around and drop. Taya Gooley will bring the ball up the court for the Highclimbers. Over to Katie Johnson. Katie down to the baseline. Nice pass to Deshea, had it partially blocked, but Cairns with the rebound. Tapped out to Gooley, over to Johnson. Johnson for three, no. Gooley tracks down the rebound, hooks it to Katie. Katie avoids Amber, throws it to the baseline, goes out of bounds. 10 turnovers on Shelton tonight. 6:42 to go in the ball game. 63-28. All the Highclimbers. North Mason had the ball. Simonson will bring it up. Throw it over to Green. To Abad. Turn around, shoot. No. Rebound Matthews. Her putback doesn't fall. Rebound Garens. Garens throws it up to Johnson. Johnson right to the hoop. Oh boy, Simonson's going to be called with the foul there. As Katie's at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Amber picked up her second. 5 team fouls. It's Katie's first trip to the free throw line. She missed the first one. She has 10 points tonight. Kirsten Griffey will step back on for the Bulldogs, replacing Simonson. And Katie Johnson for Shelton has another free throw. Got it. Give her 11 points. Amber Johnson will bring it across the timeline. Guarded by Katie Johnson. Over near side to Griffey, back to Johnson. Johnson to Abad. Over to Griffey, opposite side now. Gonna drive, stop, and pop. Hit. Kirsten with only 4 points tonight. Katie Johnson speeds the other way for Shelton. Up to Gooley. Back to Johnson, down to Cairns. Her layup falls off. Rebound tracked down, controlled by Deshea Littleson. Now Gooley at the top, over to Katie Johnson. Over to Timber Ware. Timber Ware, 3 feet beyond the arc. 14 points for Timber, her third 3 in the game. It's 67-30 now. Amber Johnson on the dribble drive. Up to Abad, deflected by Ware. Garens still playing and steals it away. Kayla Garens to the hoop. Yep. Amber Johnson for North Mason. And a foul on the Highclimbers on that drive by Amber Johnson. 2 shots coming. 69-30. Katie picked up her second personal. Amber can't get the first one to fall in. North Mason, she'll get another one. She's 1 for 3 at the free throw line. Natalie Karstensen will step back on for North Mason. As the Bulldogs, Amber Johnson's second free throw slips in. 8 points for Amber Johnson. Teaguli over to Timber Ware to Deshea Littleson. Going down the baseline's deflected. Garens came away with it. Her pass out to Gooley's deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Highclimbers. Almost in the corner. Timber Ware will stand on the baseline just inside. Throw it up top to Gooley. Gooley for 3. No rebound. Karen stole it away. Out to Ware, and then they're going to call Timber with a travel. 11 turnovers on Shelton. 4:45 to go in the ball game. 69-31. Amber Johnson with the ball. Throw in the middle, deflected. Oh, and then Karstensen came away with that loose ball. Drew the foul on Shelton. That's 9 team fouls on the Lady Highclimbers. And that'll go on Taya Gooley, her first. At the free throw line for North Mason for 2 free throws is Natalie Karstensen. First free throw is off the mark. Just a couple of points away from a running clock here. Karstensen's second free throw fell off. Cairns with the rebound, out to Gooley. Gooley up the far side, throws it over to Ware. Ware beyond the 3-point arc. To Gooley, to Johnson. Katie, extra pass down to Kayla Guerin. She'll slip that one in there. That's 11 points for Kayla. And we have a 40-point lead for Shelton. 4:10 to go here in the ball game. That's Green with it for North Mason. Dribbling to the baseline. Going to be blocked out of bounds by Kayla Cairns. Kayla is at 4 on her. It's a 2-shot foul for Green. So Powell, Peterson, Moon, and Griffin will get ready to step on here as Green has 2 free throws. First one fell off. She's got another one. There's a number 11 for North Mason, don't have on my sheet. Which is Alyssa Weibel. In the ball game for North Mason, the substitutions go for Shelton. Gooley's the only one that remains from that last set of personnel. So we have Felicity Fowler getting ready to check in for Green, I'm assuming, here, North Mason. A little discussion here on, I think, whether the substitutions were allowed to check in now. They're talking with Coach Getty. The refereeing crew is. Oh, it's a number difference for Weibel. So I think they're going to let Green shoot her second free throw. And then there'll be a couple of technical fouls for a book violation. I'm assuming that's what's going on the other side. The scorer's table. Yeah, a book violation and a technical foul on the coaching staff for North Mason. So Green will get one more free throw. Got it. Now technical free throws for Shelton. Lexi Moon will get the duty. Lexi's 1 for 2 at the free throw line, has 5 points tonight. Oop, missed the first one. She'll get one more. Got the second one. So it'll be Highclimber ball, leading 72-32. And Felicity Fowler will step on, and then we'll let the substitution for Alyssa Weibel go as well. And Jordan Peterson will get to Taya Gooley with the ball, and Peterson gets the ball back, hook it back to Gooley. Over to Peterson. Peterson driving baseline, hooks it to Powell. Powell puts it up short. Rebound tracked down in the corner by Green, but it goes right to Moon, and there is a, I guess the ball went out of bounds off of Moon. Nope, it's a foul on Moon, I believe. That'll be on Powell. If I got that right. 2 shots for Green. Yeah, it went on Powell, that's her first. Green's first free throw, nothing but net. She has, let's see here, 7 points tonight. She is 2 for 3 at the free throw line. She'll get one more. Got them both. Oh, it didn't count as a lane violation. So it's 72-33. Shelton with the ball and the lead. Gooley brings it to the top of the key, throws it over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin looking for Moon, overthrows Moon out of bounds. That'll be 12 turnovers on Shelton. 72-33 is our score. Amber Johnson speeds to the top of the key, stops and pops for 3, hits it. Amber with her first 3 of the evening. Jordan Peterson hooks the pass down to Powell. It's deflected and goes right back to Powell. Powell dribbles out beyond the 3-point arc. Finds Peterson in the corner. She'll hook the pass to Moon. And pulling it away will be Weibel. Weibel gets the ball picked away from by Powell. Powell's going to go right to the hoop, put it up and in. Amber Johnson the other way for North Mason. Pull-up jumper by Karstensen. Missed, and Jordan Peterson will bring it up. Throw it up to Powell. Powell hooks it to Gooley off the glass, high and in. 5 points for Taya. That's a 40-point lead for Shelton. Amber Johnson hooks past Karstensen. She'll step back, put up a long 2. Missed it. Peterson with the rebound for Shelton. Comes out of the pack, throws it up to Griffin. Griffin behind the back, lost it. And Amber Johnson comes away with it for the Lady Bulldogs. Throw it to Fowler over her head out of bounds. So I now have 14 turnovers on Shelton and 16 on North Mason. Highclimbers with the lead in the ball, 135 and counting. 76-36 lead over to Griffin. Griffin to Gooley. Gooley back to Griffin to Moon. Side of the paint to Gooley at the top. Over to Griffin. Jazz with the pull-up jumper. Spins all the way in and out. Rebound goes to Green. Green had it knocked out of her hands by Powell. Clock is running because we are 40 points difference. Natalie Matthews will step back onto the court for North Mason. And here comes Amber Johnson with it. Johnson stopped, fine, trying to get it to Matthews, knocked out of bounds by Moon. 15 on the shot clock, that is stopped, but the game clock continues. Matthews will trigger the play to the left of the backboard. Inbounds to Johnson off the glass and in for three for Amber, second three in the quarter. And a foul on Weibel, her first, sixth team foul, and this game's just gonna run out here. Not gonna get an extra possession in, so the final, Shelton 76, North Mason 39. That is the final score. It's been all Shelton here tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only source for live broadcasts of high school basketball in Mason County. Tomorrow night, the Shelton boys travel to North Mason for the basketball version of the Mason County Cup. This matchup is always exciting as bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off in Belfair is at 6. That's boys high school basketball, the Shelton Highclimbers at the North Mason Bulldogs, tomorrow night only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Well, it's a final here in the Mini-Dome as the Lady Highclimbers are there at the center of the circle doing their post-game ritual, and they improved to 6-2 on the season. They did it behind 14 points from Timber Ware, 14 points for Kylan Powell, 13 for Jasmine Griffin, 11 from Katie Johnson, 11 from Kayla Garens, 6 from Lexi Moon, 5 apiece from Shea Littleson and Atea Gooley. Get everybody there? Yes, I think I did. Jordan Peterson did play tonight, but she was unable to score. For the Bulldogs, as they dropped to 4-5 on the season, they were led by Amber Johnson's 14 points. Sophia Green finished with 7. 6 for Natalie Matthews, 5 for Grace Sebhad, 4 for Kirsten Griffey, a basket for Natalie Karstensen, and a free throw for Natalie Young. Yeah, I got 6 for Matthews. Shelton jumped out to a 9-0 lead at the first quarter, And that just increased to 18 in the first, 25 in the second, and 30, and so on, and so on, and so on. And it was all Shelton tonight as the Highclimbers took advantage of 16 North Mason turnovers. The Highclimbers did commit 14 of their own by my count. So again, next up for the Shelton girls, they host Olympic on December 28th. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, will broadcast a non-league game. North Mason also plays on the 28th. The Lady Bulldogs travel to Aberdeen. Our next broadcast will be tomorrow night as the Shelton boys travel to North Mason to face the Bulldogs. Tip-off tomorrow is 6 p.m. That is an hour earlier than usual in Belfair. So that does it for us here in the Mini-Dome. Final again. Shelton 79, or 76, excuse me. North Mason 39. My thanks to you for joining us for our high school basketball Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and we'll talk to you tomorrow from Belfair.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life, and Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.